But I think it's got to the point where what they really want to try and encourage is, what they really hope for is that their forecasts, which have underestimated inflation this year, are this time going to prove right. So they're expecting inflation to peak at 75% roughly this month in May. They are at the point where they don't really want to raise rates much more, but continue to threaten that. And they're using other methods, such as tightening reserve requirements, trying to force money out of lira protected accounts, FX protected accounts into lira deposits, which helps strengthen the currency and stabilize the currency. And they're also hoping that they're going to get some benefit from a much more stable Turkish lira, which since the 50 basis point, the move to 50 percentage points in March has stabilized, and that should be good. But they've still got the problem of a large overhang of inflation, and the economy is hardly firing up at the moment. So, and there's still a lot of strong domestic demand for consumer goods imports, and that's exactly what is pressurizing inflation. So they've still got a long, hard battle ahead.
Indeed. I think it's fair, though, important to give some credit to this new economic team for at least putting the country on track for a soft landing here. The economic management has been much better than what it has been in the past. But of course, the pressure is on them to deliver. And at the same time, a lot of uncertainties out there, not just the geopolitical headwinds, but also domestic concerns and global economic headwinds as well. Rising interest rates in the US, for example. How is that going to affect the TCMB's ability to manage inflation, which, as you flagged, may not have peaked for the year, but also the lira, which has been, yes, a little more stable in recent months, but still pressuring key points of the domestic economy there?
I think the Turkish central bank, along with a lot of emerging market central banks, whether it's in the Middle East or Asia or South America, are hoping and praying that the Fed will gradually relent, because that will certainly help them. If you look at it in terms of market desire, everyone's looking at these eye-watering interest rates that they have, and there are a lot of inflows coming in, and they're hoping that will also help to strengthen the lira. But as you mentioned, the geopolitics and the overall situation in the global economy is not helping them at all. Nevertheless, I still think actually of all the central banks who have basically had to adopt very aggressive policy stances, Turkey is in the best place, and there is a credibility building thanks to Karahan and his predecessor that this is a proper management of the economy, unlike what we've seen over the last 5 to 10 years.